Hi everybody, welcome to Teaspoon Retro. I'm your host, Teaspoon, and today I have the saga of the boil. Yes, Foodie's got a boil and she wants everybody to know about it. It's the closest thing she's had to content for ages, so let's brace ourselves and let's go.
You shaved your widow's peak? No, I don't shave my widow's peak!
Sure, Jan.
It got threaded once, which was a friggin' mistake. Friggin' hell. Too late. I just want to be comfortable in chat, you know? I have something else wrong, but I don't want to tell anybody. Oh. I'm just readjusting.
Oh, I'm glad you clarified that, Chantal. It sounded like you were straining in the bathroom for a moment there, and I'd have been inclined to think that if we didn't know better and know that you have constant squits from the food that you eat. You can guarantee there's one thing that Chantal doesn't suffer from, and that's constipation.
I have a giant abscess or something. I don't care if people make fun of me, whatever. The exact same spot as the last place. Remember I had one in Thailand, and I had one another time. It's right... Okay, how do I describe this? It's right where your thigh, your inner thigh starts, and the pubic area starts. Like right there.
Marriage certificate? Too personal. Describing your festering boil on live stream and its location? Not too personal. I wish I could make sense of Foodie's internal logic, but I don't think there is any.
I think it's because, like, I don't know. It's, like, hot, and I always wear undergarments, always. I know, you know. Might be I don't know what it is, an ingrown hair, I don't know. Yeah, because it rubs in that area. But it always comes back in that same area. Hey, Missy Med. Usually, the two times I've had it, I know it's gonna come because it gets sort of tender and, like, sore.
Maybe this is something to do with the fact that your hygiene is absolutely virtually non-existent. If it keeps reoccurring in that same area, there's obviously a problem that you're not paying enough attention to.
It grows in the next few days, like about 3 or 4 days, and it's very big, like the size of maybe a little bit smaller than a golf ball, and it's not white, it's like purple. Yeah, carbuncle, that's what it looks like. Got a baby powder. Yeah, sometimes I forget to, and then I have this issue.
Forget baby powder? More like forget soap and water.
Yeah, I let it, the first 2 times I never went to get medical attention for it. It just popped on its own, and I just let it drain over like a couple of days, and then it completely, like, it healed. Like, you couldn't even tell there was anything there. But I don't think that those 2 days it ever fully got out, because yeah, it's really, really, really painful. Like, I'm tired from the pain.
Well, Foodie, if it's hurting you that much, why are you not in the ER? Why are you here on live stream discussing it? Trawling for sympathy again, methinks? Very likely so.
Get it drained. I'm like, it's not draining. It's not popping on its own this time. So I'm debating having Salah take me to the friggin' hospital again.
And we all know she doesn't want to go to the ER. First and foremost, because any money that's spent there can't be spent on takeaways then. That's really what's uppermost in her mind, is that any potential visit to the hospital is going to impact the amount of money she has free to spend on food. Like any addiction, that always tends to take precedent over everything else.
Yeah, the one in the villa, yeah, there was like a sack they had to... oh, I don't want to go... The worst pain I've ever felt in my life was a lancing. It's so bad. I don't know if it's a boil, an abscess, or a carbuncle. Hot compress. It's painful to walk, to sit. He's simply ravishing.
You know how you could take the guessing out of this situation, Foodie? That you're not sure whether it's a carbuncle, an abscess, a cyst, a boil, etc. You know how you can remove that element of doubt? Go to the hospital.
No, but I took like warm showers, but hydradenitis. Okay, I have to remember that term because I need to look it up. When you were telling the story about getting one drained in the ER, oh my gosh, Kay. I almost passed out. Once the sac is removed, it shouldn't come back. I don't know if I have a fever. I don't feel like I do. That's the thing. I don't want to go if it's a male doctor. Because when I went to the ER last time, it was a male Egyptian doctor, and I don't want to go.
I can understand your nervousness about that, because it's always embarrassing if it's somewhere in a very intimate place and it's a guy that's doing that examination as opposed to a female. Can understand that. However, I still don't think it's enough of an excuse for you not to attend the ER. You know, there's just certain situations in which those kind of considerations are not, or should not, be applicable. There comes a time when you have to say, you know what, no matter how embarrassing it is, I have to go and get it sorted.
But they didn't have to see anything. Inguinal area? You know what I mean? Like right where your, area starts and the leg starts, the inner thigh. I don't feel well. I feel like not well. And it's painful. I'm going to ask for a female. The good thing is that there's women areas and male areas. I feel like it's just going to keep coming back periodically, maybe until I get it properly, removed. And then I'll probably need antibiotics because I'm diabetic, so you don't want to play with infection, right?
You're goddamn right.
Yeah, Foodie, you absolutely shouldn't be playing around with this kind of risk, which is why going to the doctors or the ER, the hospital, which is why it's so time critical. Because for every hour that you're lying there discussing this with your chat, you're not out there getting the treatments that you should be getting. You can get those antibiotics started sooner.
Have you had cellulitis before? No, I never had cellulitis. I don't know. Because it's kind of like sore. Like the sore area is growing. It's getting bigger. I don't know how they form. I think maybe just like a warm area, and I shave a lot around that area, so maybe like an ingrown hair.
You are speaking shit to me.
Foodie, come on now. You've probably not seen your lettuce since you were about 15. So I think it's highly unlikely that you're shaving in that area. You can't even reach that area, let alone shave it. Oh, come on, Foodie. At least try and sort of make these things sound semi-believable.
Yeah, maybe I should go to the hospital. Yeah, I'm breathable undergarments. Free the food. I'm not eating anything.
Sure, Jan.
People are laughing at my boil. I've had it for... This is the 4th day. But it grew... it started small, strange. Like a small little bump. And now it's huge. Use a beard trimmer? Really? Infected ingrown hairs, yeah. Hospital bees. Yeah, I have to go. I don't know, Lorraine. Haters. In my country, they say boil is a blood infection. Ew. Yeah, it's back. It's a little smaller than a golf ball, but it's huge.
Go to the hospital then, Foodie, instead of sealing on your couch or in your bed. Also, just one point I just wanted to raise, that if you are absolutely exhausted with the pain that you're in, why are you sounding so giddy? It makes me doubt the veracity of this boil, to be honest.
Hey, Day-Dot. Cellulitis. I don't know why I tell people these things, but you guys have some good advice, too.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a little thing called...
Money.
See, the reason I didn't go yet to the hospital?
The reason you didn't go to the hospital is because you don't want to spend the money on hospitals that you could otherwise spend on food.
Yeah, that's what I mean, strange. That's why I didn't go to the hospital yet, because I've had this twice already, and it's always popped on its own. But I don't know if it fully... Not taint! No! You're funny, Missy Med.
Don't really sound like you're in pain to me, Foodie. Just saying. If a boil is that painful, really, are you going to be sounding that elated? I mean, she's practically giddy with excitement. It's like all the attention. She loves the attention. And I think that's what she's feeding on. Not food for a change, but for the attention. Oh, you guys, I'm really feeling ill with this boil I've got in my crotch area, and oh dear, it's so painful. But ooh, there's a nice piece of cake. Ooh, burger. Yes, I want a burger, Salah. Salah, I want a burger. You're saying to Salah that you're not well, and the cure that you need to get rid of said boil is a big fat burger from Hardee's with Santa Fe sauce.
Maybe I should just wait. I don't know. Like, take my temperature. It won't go septic. The last few days.
Well, I mean, you have got those, 50 thermometers or something like that. Just don't mix any ones up when might have been used in the butt. You don't really want to be mixing those thermometers up, do you? Thermometers you can use to check your temperature, or you can stick them up your arse. Yeah. Just ask Salah which ones he's been using to shove up his butt and you'll be fine.
Times I've had it went away okay. It was really gross. Like, the stuff that comes out of it stinks, man. It's horrible. It popped on its own. The one in Thailand popped. I was walking into the hotel room. The sack, oh gosh, that was painful. Stop laughing at me. It popped, and it was all over the floor. It was disgusting. Yeah, it really smelled bad.
Really, really starting to see why you didn't get your deposit back. Goodness gracious. You left that room like a cesspool of bacteria and biohazards. I'm not surprised that they turn around and refuse to give you your deposit back. Goodness gracious. And I'm just a bit confused because I thought you said when you were in Thailand that you went to the ER and that you had it treated in the ER. But now you're saying that it exploded all over the floor. Yeah, which one is it, Foodie? See, the thing is, if you're going to lie, you have to have a very good memory. And Foodie doesn't possess a very good memory. She can remember what she was eating in 1986, but she can't tell you consistently what she did a couple of months back. But it's been about 5-6 months now when she went to Thailand.
Yeah, I might go tomorrow anyways and get it checked out, especially if it doesn't pop because it's so bad. I heard about the bread and milk thing, Peggy.
No, for goodness sake, don't try the bread and milk thing. Soaking the bread in milk and then dabbing it over the area. Come on. You know she'll just try and eat that stuff after. She'll be like, milk, bread. Not wasting it. Shoves it in her mouth. Oh, good God. I am sorry for inflicting that kind of image on everyone. I'm sorry about that.
If anything, I can have a doctor look at it and maybe give me antibiotics as preventative measure. But then I'll have freaking antibiotic squirts. It hurts my stomach. With metformin, I'm gonna be in rough shape.
Well, there's nothing unusual there, is there, Foodie? I mean, you've got the bubble guts anyway, so I don't think you're really going to notice that much of a difference, to be honest.
Usually when I have a fever, I get really bad chills.
I got chills, they're multiplying.
So yeah, I walked into the new hotel room, and I just felt like a warm liquid and a bad smell, okay? I was in shock that it had popped on its own because I was getting ready to go to the hospital in Thailand. Yeah, that's true though. Like, they do say, like, people with diabetes, your immune system is compromised, so infection can be a lot worse. But, like, in Thailand, so basically that's what happened, and, like, we were both grossed out. It really was bad.
It's a lovely discussion this is, isn't it? I hope nobody's having their tea while they're watching this video. If you are, I do apologise in advance. for the somewhat disgusting subject matter.
But wait! There's more!
I cleaned up, like I had a shower, and like this is gross, okay? Trigger warning. Pieces of like skin, because it had busted on its own, and it was like a purple. It wasn't like yellow, it was purple, like old blood or something, and it just was really gross. But the minute that it popped by itself, I felt instant relief. Like, what makes it so painful is the pressure buildup. So, sorry, Owl.
Remember, guys, marriage certificate, too personal. Describing the massive boil on her lady garden, not too personal. I don't think I'd ever be discussing personal medical problems online, but for Foodie, I suppose, this is the closest thing she's had to content in a long time, so she's just going to exploit it.
Hey, Teardrop! Yeah, I have a carbuncle abscess or something. I don't know what it is.
I've had an idea. From now on, I'm going to call the boil Boris. Actually, this picture reminds me of another Boris. Another quite well-known Boris in the UK. Our former Prime Minister, Boris Johnson. I think you'll see what I mean when I put his picture up. I know he's got other names in the community, but for now, I'm going to refer to this as Boris the Boil.
Yeah, I shave there all the time.
No, you don't. We've already ascertained that you haven't seen your cookie since you were about 21. So there is no way that you are shaving that area. And I very much doubt that Salah is. I know you're trying to sell this sort of narrative that you and Salah have this red hot sex life, you know, but we all know it's absolute twaddle and hogwash. And quite frankly, the more you try and sell it, the more ridiculous it sounds. So, yeah, no, that area's not getting shaved. Good grief. That bush is likely so overgrown, it's a jungle.
Seen some badass bush before, man, but nothing like this.
But it is really painful. That's why I'm just laying in bed, because I don't even want to like move around much. If I bend, it puts pressure. If I even sit on the toilet, it puts pressure. Screw the shaving, free the view. Just sealing today, yeah. I would want to be knocked out. I don't want local anesthetic. I want to go, and I don't think they have like narcotics here. Like, if I'm having any kind of surgery, I want narcotics, man. Thanks, Peggy. Yeah, they'll probably give me Advil. No way.
Oh, are we paying med shopping, Foodie? It's gotta be the good stuff. Could you imagine what she says to the healthcare professionals when she's in there? What do you mean you're only gonna give me Advil? No, I want the really good stuff. I want the stuff that practically knocks you out. Yeah, I'm looking for a high, like in Train Spotting. I mean, I couldn't understand half of the things that they were saying, but yeah, I want the good stuff. I know you keep it back there for the others, and I think you're discriminating if you don't let me have it. I want morphine. Yeah, fentanyl. Tramadol. Yeah, whatever you got there. Yeah. Oxy. Yeah, just throw it my way. I will take it. I know medical professionals in the UK and the US, for example, are very, very reluctant to prescribe any kind of opiate medication, given that the fact that they're addictive and they can then become habit forming and then abused. All I would say with Foodie is that if she is trying to get pain meds by pretending she's in pain, I would imagine that the doctors can very easily see through it.
No, they must have something to put to sleep. I mean, Owl, it's so painful down there. I don't want anyone to touch me. Like right now, it's bad. So yeah, naturally, like it's even hurts to go pee. Like, it's just bad. I usually deodorant and powder, yeah. Yeah, I should check my sugar. I'm due to check it. It's been a little elevated since this.
I bet it was elevated prior to this as well. Like every day, I bet it's elevated, considering the amount of carbs and sugar and everything else that you consume, Foodie. I would hazard to guess there's probably not a day when it's not elevated.
If they don't numb me, I'll risk the infection because there's no way they're touching me with no numbing. No, I'm not going now.
Foodie, I hate to say it, but there's no way any doctor is going to put you under a general anaesthetic just to land a boil. They wouldn't do it even if you were a healthy weight, and they're even less likely to do it given that you'd be very high risk with your comorbidities, the enlarged heart, the problems with the lungs. They just they would never consider it unless it was an absolute dire emergency.
Excuse me, sorry about that.
Really?
Well, he wanted to take me, Kitten Zombie, but I don't want to go now. She doesn't have to go right this minute. I know you guys worried and care and all that stuff, but I like my juice case. Ugh, I'm too comfy.
Foodie doesn't seem like she's in pain to me, so either she's got some good painkillers on board, or there is no boil.
He's not my caregiver. He's not my nurse. I just had him look at it, and then he said we should probably go to the hospital, but I said maybe in the morning.
Alright guys, pop a comment down in the chat and say how much you think or what it took for Salah to get down by that fupa and go and have a look at the boil. I'd want to be paid a bloody lot, I can tell you. If I'd got to get down there and look at that, oh, I might never recover from the trauma. So I've got to make it worth my while.
That was a long time ago. So French onion dip is one thing for me. I don't know. It's disgusting. It's so bad. My friend was like, I want to go home. Oh, it's so poor friend.
I think Foodie's probably on some of those pain meds that she's after.
She's more responsible anyways. She always has jobs, works. She always works. She helps my mom a lot, take care of Buster. My mom is so doting on that dog. I'm always like, Mom, like if she has to be away, like let's say her and I want to go on like a trip to Ottawa for the afternoon just to go shopping. If she can't bring Buster, she'll like be like, make sure she needs Buster to have a sitter. He'll have to go out for a walk. He'll be lonely. She puts on like SpongeBob on the TV for him. I'm like, Mom, he's not gonna watch SpongeBob. He's a dog. Like, he's an asshole. Like, why do you care? She's a power.
Hey, you stop that right now. Don't you dare pick on Buster. Buster's alright. He's a very canny dog. He's certainly got you pegged. So don't you dare talk derogatory about our Buster. It's one of our favourite side characters.
Like, I don't get it. Is anyone like that with their dog? Buster is too cute with his teeth. His underbite. Good night, Green Grapes. Yeah, he's cute, I guess. He's so weird because, like, he's gotten used to me to the point where whenever I come into, like, when I walk into the front door, he'll bark and he'll greet me and he'll lick my face. But then when I, like, for the rest of the day, if I go to pet him or something, he'll growl at me.
Yeah, I seriously doubt Buster comes running up to greet you and lick your face, Foodie. Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine that he's probably 100% of the time completely ambivalent towards you. He'll just sort of look at you and go, "What are you doing? Don't come near me. I don't even like you."
He does. His underbite was like your Shih Tzu. Yeah. He's not that small. Yeah, she likes to bring him everywhere. I swear, every time I talk to her, okay, I gotta go because I'm bringing Buster to the park. Like, oh my gosh, Buster's living a good life. That's all I know. What's this I hear of a cis bees? Yep, a big old boil bees. Salah will think of his underbite. But you know what? Buster likes males. He gets along with males, not women. He's weird.
I would say, Foodie, that being as Buster interacts with your mom and your sister perfectly well, that he's fine with females. It's just you he has a problem with. You go, Buster. You go. Oh, honestly, I love that dog. He's fantastic.
The next day.
Not feeling great. This is my bedroom.
My bedroom. Singular. Not sort of saying, oh, this is our bedroom, guys. So, no, this is totally my room, innit? This is where I'll spend all my time, working so hard. Yeah, I mean, ceiling's pretty hard work when you think about it. Yeah. So, this is your room, Foodie. Okay, thank you for confirming. That's your room, and Salah's got his room. We all knew you didn't occupy the same room, and certainly not the same bed. I mean, without sounding too catty or cruel, because I don't want to come across as that, but if it's just a standard double-sized bed, I can't imagine there'd be a lot of room for anyone except yourself.
Bedroom bees. Yeah. Well, it's not that clean, but...
No, it's not that clean, guys. You're joking, ain't ya? You've seen the state of this place, this apartment. I showed you not so long back. What makes you think the rooms I didn't show you were any tidier? Yeah, I ain't got time for all that tidying up business. I've got ceiling to do. I've got stuff to eat. Yeah.
Actually, I didn't eat too much pizza. There's still leftovers.
Sure, Jan.
Ha! Bullshit. You don't do leftovers, Foodie. Everybody knows that. Just stop pretending. You ate it all off camera. The rest of it.
Alright, if we get to 50 likes, I'll tell you the update. I gotta start bribing you guys. You don't want to like my videos. You don't want to watch my content. You don't want to do anything. Why is it such a big deal I have a boil? Boil Korean. I know you're watching, I'm joking. Okay. Come on, 50 likes. If I can't even get 50 likes, I'm retiring. Hey, Bethadone! Like and subscribe. And join my memberships. Oh, and maybe pay for a trip to Disneyland.
Well, Foodie, I imagine it would be challenging for anybody to really give a thumbs up to Boil Talk. And secondly, memberships? No, I don't think you should be insisting people get memberships. It's not like you do anything for them, is it? There's no additional content provided whatsoever. They get exactly the same stuff as members as the non-members. And as for Disneyland, well, Foodie, surely your mega successful business tycoon, fragrance extraordinaire husband, surely he can afford to take you to Disneyland. You don't have to grift for it, surely.
Okay, we have 50. Okay. So I didn't get my boil lanced yet because... Okay, I've actually forgotten a couple of times I've had a boil. I've had a boil, a problematic abscess. I don't think it's a boil, I think it's an abscess. Like 5 or 6 times, okay? And since the villa. Now, little boils like this I've had, but they go away on their own. They pop, they go away. Teardrop, hello! You came in just in time for the boil talk. I'm not going to talk about it, gross. I'm just updating. Hi, Monira. I've been wanting to wait a bit just because, like, number one, the hospital's on the weekend. I think they're, like, not as fully staffed. And Sunday, like tomorrow, Sunday, I have just regular business hours, and I have to see my doctor, my endocrinologist, or whatever you call it.
More excuses. More reasons to come up with why you haven't gone and seen anyone about it yet. But we're still going to make content out of it and monetize it.
I've gotten mixed responses. Sometimes the doctors will advise to lance it, and I've had a couple lanced. Sometimes it just goes away on its own. Hey, Anam, like I've had them drain on their own and just go away. I need a detailed description. I think this one developed from like a hair growing in because I can see like a hair follicle, and then there's like, okay, so there's like, it looks a bit white right in the center, but then there's like, it's like it's growing like this big around. Like it's not a ball. It's like, but the area around it, I can feel it's like really tender and like getting firm. So yeah, it's getting bad, but it's been this bad before, but it's not popping and it's painful as hell. That's why I'm laying down. So I'm going to go in the morning with Salah.
You said that yesterday. Just admit it, Foodie. You don't have the money to go to the ER or to the clinic, and you don't want to be spending any cash that you have remaining on ER or clinic visits when you could be spending them on Hardee's instead.
It feels kind of like there's also cellulitis or something. Draw one of your pics. Because it's like the area around is like red. Yeah, there's no odor. There's no odor until it, Peace Frog, have a hot bath. I had many showers hot and I just stay there and let it run on it, but it doesn't do anything.
Well, if you've had many showers and it's not done anything, I suggest you go to the hospital. You know, that place where people go when they're not well.
There's no update, yeah. No, I didn't go yet either because I don't have a fever. I've taken my temperature. I don't have any of the symptoms, like early warning signs of sepsis. I know it can. Hey, Claire Focus Studios!
I would still go to the hospital. It's not going to go away on its own, Foodie.
IV for the boil as in preventative antibiotics. Yeah, ECP. Hi, plain cheese! The problem is that an abscess is full of infected stuff. It's when it travels. It's, I feel like it's contained right now. So disgusting. I know. You need a medical grade size tub. What? Max in space. Why did I need any? See, I have a bad memory. Like, I'm actually a little scared. Remember the last time I went to the hospital in Kuwait? Do you guys remember what it was for? Oh, kidney infection. Yeah.
See, she has to check with the chat what she went to hospital with last time because she can't remember. And she can't remember because she lied and she doesn't want to get caught out in a lie. So she asks her chat to remind her of what she went with last time.
No, I'm not a doctor, so I'm going to go tomorrow. Hydrodentist. Yeah, I did, but I'm not sure if it's that. I've had one other boil here where my bra strap was from the rubbing.
You seem to get a lot of these boils, don't you, Foodie? It definitely points towards a hygiene problem.
Salah probably doesn't prefer I talk about it, but whatever. He's like, let me guess, you told them all about your boil. I'm like, it's not right on the fupa, so it's like, it's kind of on the side.
Salah asked you probably not to mention it because it's intensely embarrassing for him. And he asked you nicely not to say anything about it, but you just went, nah, fuck it. I'm going to say what I want, and I'm going to do what I want. You don't want me to say anything, Salah? I'm now going to go out of my way to say something about it. Okay? And you're just going to have to suck it up, Buttercup.
Look what's on my TV. Not the fake. Here's my shisha. My dirty room. I have a candle going. And this is our big dresser. You can't see me much, but there's my bed. I'm on my bed right now. That's my bathroom over there. That's basically just my bedroom. Nothing fancy. Show us Salah's bedroom. This is it. If you mean the man cave, I don't think he'll want to show that.
In that brief tour of the room, I saw absolutely nothing of his whatsoever. I just, like I say, I've said it before and I'll say it again. There is no way that anybody else sleeps in that room except her.
I showed my room. Just rewind a little bit.
Here we are again. She said, my room, not our room. If you're sharing a room with your intended or your partner, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, etc., you would normally say our room because it would just be normal to say that because it's a room that you both share together. and you've got your things, they've got their things, etc. That brief look that we had, don't see anything of Salah's whatsoever in that room at all. So his man cave, I think, doubles as his bedroom, which is another reason why she won't show it to us.
If I have to have a surgical procedure for this, I'm going to be laid up.
Oh, could you imagine that? If she has to have a surgical procedure, and when she's released back from the hospital, Salah has to take care of her wound. Yeah, I can't see him for 1 second doing anything like that.
I feel like I don't want to go through these things in Kuwait. Like, you know, I don't want to go through these things, period, but...
She doesn't want to go through them in Kuwait because when she's out in Kuwait, she has to pay. If she went back to Canada, it's free there. So she would go and she would abuse it, like she did when she was living in Canada.
Get a pin? I have like a needle for my insulin. I put the needle in and suck the stuff.
Tell me you weren't daft enough, Foodie, to stick a needle into a boil and try and draw it out. Honestly, this woman, the lengths she'll go to avoid going to hospital, really shows, doesn't it? She's even trying to treat it herself, and she shouldn't be doing anything like that.
My blood sugars are not like in the 20s, but they've been more elevated than usual. It's like, instead of 8 or 9, they'll be like 13.
A blood sugar level of 13 is absolutely crazy. Really got to get that sorted out, Foodie.
Let's say you eat chicken breast and some cheese and some veggies. That doesn't raise your blood sugar at all? Or does every time you eat, your blood you need insulin to digest it no matter what? Or is it just sugar?
I'll tell you how you could find out, Foodie. Actually go to the diabetes classes, and they'll tell you there all about it.
Yeah, but remember that one doctor said I could eat rice? It's not true. He doesn't know what he's talking about, the one. Because I do eat rice.
Watch out, everybody. Dr. Quinn, medicine woman, strikes again. Our Foodie. You know, Foodie, saying the doctor doesn't know what he's talking about. I mean, these doctors have spent years at medical school, hard graft, to learn all they can about medicine. And I'm not saying every doctor knows everything there is to know, but one thing I do know is that they know a damn sight more than you do, love. So if you can't listen to the doctors and take their advice, and then when it all goes to shit, you sit there and trash them for it, well, that's not on them, love. That's on you.
Weight loss surgery. That will take forever. The wait list in Canada, I'd have to go back to Canada. It's probably too expensive here. Like, if it's thousands and thousands.
Just think, Foodie, if you'd saved the money that you spend on takeout, you'd have probably been able to have had that operation by now. But even if you had the money, you wouldn't. I mean, you didn't go for any sort of inpatient treatment or therapy or anything like that when you were earning $20,000 a month. So there is absolutely no chance of you doing it now.
The next day.
Hello, foodie beauties. There, Beezers.
Go fuck yourself.
Just to let you know, this isn't my trigger warning, it's Foodie's. So, you know, if Foodie's saying it's going to be disgusting, then it must be absolutely incredibly repulsive. Alright guys, let's brace ourselves for this last leg of the Boyle saga. And just before we get started, Foodie hasn't recorded video for this particular part of the story. She's just put a picture of Julia up, and rather than subject ourselves to looking at poor matted Julia, I'm putting some funny animal pics up, so I hope you like them.
Hi guys, hello guys, how are you? I'm here to provide you with a health update of sorts. I know you've been waiting for that, a lot of you. Sorry for the delay. I've just been sleeping a lot, actually.
Of course you are.
and which I usually do if I'm healing from something.
Well, tell us something different, Foodie. Tell us when you're not sleeping, Foodie. I mean, that's practically all you do. Seal, eat, and sleep.
From a cold, a flu, to this, whatever it is, abscess, boil, whatever you want to call it. So what happened basically yesterday after my live stream, I'm going to call it an abscess. It had gotten to the point where it was like very painful because of the pressure that was behind it. It was quite large and there was a lot of fluid buildup. And yeah, by the way, if you're grossed out by things like this, just a warning, you might not want to listen to this because it's pretty gross. So basically, and I'm not on camera because I don't feel like getting all ready and everything. I'm just like, yeah, on my bed, just, yeah, draining and everything. So anyways, yeah, I know, nasty. So basically, after I got off live, I said I was going to go to the hospital because it wasn't draining on its own and it was very painful and, you know, could become infected. So, but almost like not long after I got off live, like I had a shower, like a warm shower, and to get like ER fresh, you know.
Do the shake and back and put the freshness back. Do the shake and back and put the freshness back.
It popped.
Strange, isn't it? She decides to have a shower to get ER fresh. But the rest of the time never bothers with showers or hygiene or anything like that. You'd just go to the ER, wouldn't you? You wouldn't be thinking, oh gosh, I hope I smell okay.
I don't know if it was like the warm water or what, but like, because I did have a shower earlier that day. You know, I took more frequent showers in the hot water.
Sure, Jan.
In hopes that that would like weaken the skin barrier and it would pop on its own, just to get some relief, you know, from the pressure buildup. But yeah, it did pop. It was just like, okay, like now's the time. And this is going to be so disgusting.
Oh, there's a surprise. So it popped all by itself. So Boris is no more. Strange how that happens just as you decide to go to the hospital, isn't it?
Just like all of this purple, there was no white, it was just like purple, reddish purple fluid that just poured out of it.
Why didn't anybody tell me? Oh my god, my insides are on fire! No, please, no more.
It was like, it was disgusting. It was a lot of fluid.
I am so glad that I'm not eating right now. I hope none of you guys are either.
And it was disgusting. Like the smell is like as if turnips were rotting and festering in the sun for like a week straight. It's disgusting. I can't describe it. It's like a pungent, purulent, very decaying, gross, disgusting smell.
Stop! Stop! Please, I'll do anything. Make it stop!
So, no different to usual then, Foodie. I bet that went lovely with the smell of cheese, barracuda, old farts, sweat, etc. Bet that complemented all of those different smells beautifully.
So I stayed in the shower and just let it drain a bit. Then when I got out, I didn't have anything, you know, so I put some paper towel and that got soaked up pretty quick. Like I added a lot and it still got soaked up. So I didn't go to the hospital that night because I'm not going to go into the hospital smelling like that and everything like gross me out.
Why not, Chantal? It's never bothered you before.
So I would rather honestly die. Not literally, but you know what I mean. Like it was just, I'm not going to go when it's still draining. So in the morning, Salah took me to the clinic, not the hospital. And they, you know, looked at it. They cleaned it up better.
Salah took you to the clinic. I bet the clinic is probably cheaper than the hospital visit.
Bandages, like just like huge pieces of sterile gauze. And then when it's bandages, like just like looked at it, they cleaned it up better. We got a bunch of sterile bandages, like just like huge pieces of sterile gauze. And then when it's draining less, like you just pack it with the gauze, not pack the wound inside because it's actually not, there's not like a hole. So it's just, yeah.
You'd think there would be a hole. Obviously all that fluid's just escaped, so there's going to be a space that the fluid was occupying before. So it's weird that there was no hole.
It's like, how do I explain it? There's no hole, so like they don't have to pack it. And this abscess in this area has never had to be packed. So, like that. I did have some abscesses before that needed to be packed, but this one no. So anyway, basically I'm on some oral antibiotics, and I just have to keep it very clean with soap and water. Then use the dressings, and.
Oh well, that's buggered it then, hasn't it? You've got to keep it very clean. There's no chance that that's going to happen, is there? No, she'll be back up there again with it. There'll be another boil soon. I wonder what we'll call this one.
Yeah, it's, that's about it. And then take the antibiotics. And if I feel bad and I have a fever or anything like that, how they tell you, return to the hospital. Maybe I'll need something else. I don't know. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Like, I don't really have much else to say. Like, I have pretty much, it was like when it popped, it was almost like instant relief. It was just, I feel a lot better in terms of that, but the area is still pretty sore.
A few hours later.
As it's going to heal, of course it's going to be a bit sore, but, so, and the nurses actually said that, like, these are not uncommon in Kuwait because of how hot it is, and, that can happen. Like, I don't know, it's not really that hot here, so for me, I don't think this was the case. I think my diabetes might just be a complication of my diabetes as well, and,
Well, there's an easy way around that, isn't there, Foodie? Go to the diabetes classes, get a proper understanding of the condition and the changes that you need to make, and implement the changes. Now, of course, you're going to continue to have issues because your diabetes is so far out of control.
Also, just, maybe, I don't know, friction from what I wear sometimes. It could be like from shaving, they said. It could be like, but typically, people with diabetes, they do get these abscesses, unfortunately, but more easily. So yeah, I'm just letting it drain out. Still, it's still draining. Like, I have to change these. I'm taking like 2 showers.
Liar!
I'm going to be taking 2 showers a day, but I already took one. I'm about to go take another shower.
Sure, Jan.
Put fresh gauze. It's the only way I don't feel icky. And, I'm just pretty, like, my blood sugars were higher when I had the abscess. So, like, right after it burst and I had a shower and everything, I laid down and I took my blood sugar reading, and this was like on fasting, and it was like 16.5 mmol.
That is absolutely crazy. 16. More than 3 times what it should be. When my mum's blood sugar was that high, she ended up in hospital. It's absolutely crazy, isn't it? That she's so nonchalant about it. Like she's just discussing the weather or something she saw on TV last week. Oh, it was 16. I mean, that's nothing, you see. I mean, that's perfectly okay.
But 16 is high. Like, a normal person without diabetes would have maybe a reading of 5 when fasting.
No, Foodie, 16 isn't high. 16 is life-threateningly, extraordinarily high. It's like higher than the Beatles were in the 60s. That's how high it is.
So, yeah, it's more than triple. It was bad. I haven't had my insulin today yet. I usually take that in the evening, but I'm actually super happy that, I did, I took, so basically I had to eat, because I was like, I don't know, like, I'm like really hungry.
I just want to eat.
Like, more than usual, but not for like junk. Like, the thought of junk, like when I'm sick, it just makes me feel sick, obviously, because your body's telling you, like, give me nutrients to help heal. So I had some like lentil soup and some mahashi, which is stuffed vegetables with rice. And I know rice, but I was just like, that's what I was feeling, like, I'm like.
Well, let me guess, that's what you were craving. Yeah, because obviously continued boatloads of carbs is just what your diabetes needs at that level, isn't it, Foodie? And you've not even taken your medication.
Like, I need mahashi, I need stuffed vegetables. So I ate a plate of that and some lentil soup, and then I took my metformin and I had a nap. I woke up a few hours later and I checked my blood sugar and it was 11 mmol.
That's still way, way, way too high.
Yeah, that's still elevated, obviously, but when you're diabetic, you're not gonna have normal blood sugar levels.
You could have a normal blood sugar reading, Foodie, if you actually went to the diabetes classes and actually implemented the advice that you were given and stuck with it and made the changes that you need to make. Then, with the metformin and the insulin, you'd find that your blood sugars would regulate close to that of a person without diabetes. That's the whole purpose behind the nutritional advice and the medication, is to get those sugars to a level where they're not continuing to cause serious damage to all your internal organs.
After my nap, and I'm going to have some, basically I ordered half of a grilled chicken, like just a half of a rotisserie chicken, and it has like no sauce or anything on it, and a fattoush salad, which is just dressed with olive oil and lemon juice. So yeah, that's basically what I'm having. I'm trying really hard to not eat sugars, especially like added sugars and stuff like that. I would say
it's not just the sugars, Foodie, it's the carbs as well. This is what everyone keeps telling you. And you would know this if you actually went to the diabetes classes. But I don't know why I'm sitting here repeating myself, actually, because you're never going to go to the diabetes classes.
I don't know, eventually when I feel a bit better, I'll, put together a better meal plan and stuff like that and try to stick to it, because I'm just so over feeling like crap. Now,
Oh, great. Here we go again. Yet another health arc. I can scarcely contain my excitement.
I always say this every time I get sick, and then eventually I just forget that I was sick and go back to my old ways. I don't know what to say about that. All I can say is,
Well, I'll tell you what I could say. You could say, right guys, I recognise I'm not going to be able to do this by myself, and I need to return to Canada and get inpatient treatment. Otherwise, we're just going to keep going round and round and round again.
that's about it, guys. So thanks for listening. Thanks for your well wishes and everything and your concern. And I will see you guys when I'm feeling a bit better. Bye.
Okay, guys, so that's the end of the Boyle saga as we know it. Was there actually a Boyle? Did Boris actually exist? Or Bertha? Or whatever name you'd like to call it. So, did it actually exist? Well, I mean, who knows? I usually think that when Foodie does go somewhere, she films it. I mean, she filmed the ER visit. So, do I believe she actually went to a clinic? No. We'll just say there was a Boyle and now there isn't one. So, it's back to usual programming, everyone. So, anyway, thank you ever so much for stopping by and listening to me waffle on, as I usually do. I really appreciate you guys for sitting through this with me. Gosh, it was not pleasant, was it? So, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you think the Boyle was real, if you don't think it was real, pop it down in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Thank you ever so much. Take care, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.